My Tofu. Today I'm going to show you how you can make really good vegan meals that are not expensive, and you can do it at your house and it's not hard. And this is what I do all the time. My friends always say, how do you make this? How do you make that? And I don't really know how I make it. I just make it. So this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to show you how. What I'm going to do today is make a dinner for some friends that are coming over. What we're going to have is lentil soup, because I can make that in the crock pot, and you don't have to really worry about how long you're cooking it for, as long as you cook it long enough. All of the soup, the appetizers, which are the sweet potato french fries dipped in honey, mashed potatoes for a side dish along with some baked squash, and an arugula salad. So first we're starting with the lentil soup. The thing you have to remember about lentils and beans is you have to have 2 parts water or broth and 1 part of the beans or the tofu. That's just to make them dry, not really soupy, so we're gonna add a little more broth and water so that it could be more like a lentil soup. First I'm starting out with some green lentils, and I'm going to use 2 cups of green lentils to start my soup out, and we'll see if that looks like it's enough once it's in there. I'm kind of winging it here. Alright, that's about 2 cups right there. So what you want to do is, if you don't have one of these little strainers at your house, you can also use a colander as long as the holes aren't too big. And if you don't have a colander, then you could just run the water through the beans, maybe in a bowl or something, and hold your hand over it. But you definitely want to give the lentils a good rinse. Okay. All right, we're just going to dump that right into our crock pot. When I first got red lentils and made them, I thought that they were going to be red in my soup, but they also kind of turn brown. But I had some of these left in my cabinet, so I thought I might as well just throw them in. So I'm going to see how much I have left of this. All right, I've got about 1 cup left, and I want to have a total of 2 more cups, so I'm going to add some more green. So I'm basically using 2 cups of lentils, and you can use any kind of lentils you want. It doesn't have to be the same ones that I'm using. They do look pretty though when you're washing them, don't they? You can also make a sprouted lentil salad. I'll do that on another show. So I'm going to dump this into the crock pot. So like I was saying, it's 2 parts of the water or broth with 1 part of the lentils. So now I need to add the water, and I'm also going to use some vegetable broth just for some extra flavor. Everybody likes flavor. I get this at Trader Joe's. It's the low sodium, because you can always add more salt. You can't really take it away. Salt can make you kind of puffy, you know. So try to use as little as possible. If you just love salt, you can get the regular kind. If you're not vegan and you're just looking for some cooking tips, you can use chicken broth. So there's 2 cups. Four cups. Now we're going to use the rest water. 4 more cups of water. I like this purifier, you just get it right out of the sink. Now we've added 4 cups of vegetable broth and 4 cups of water, a total of 8 cups. Next we're going to cut up some vegetables. You can throw any vegetable you want in here, really. I mean, there's no limits. I'm going to put some carrots and some celery and some onions and garlic. By the way, onions and garlic are really your key to cooking. I mean, almost everything that you cook, you're going to want onions and garlic. You can do any color. I chose a red onion today because I'm trying to make sort of, you know, whole fall theme kind of thing going on. It's almost Halloween. So it's not really almost Halloween, but I'm obsessed with Halloween. So since it's September 30th, I'm going for it. So the easiest way to cut onions, cut it in half. Pretty cool ceramic knife. All right, just cut it in half like that. Cut the ends off. You don't have to have pretty little slices. They don't have to be perfect because you're throwing them in the soup and they're gonna melt down and it's really not gonna look like that. So we'll turn this on low for now because it's kind of early still. People aren't coming over to eat dinner until later, so throw these onions in. We're gonna be chopping up a lot of garlic. Smash the clove. It gets kind of easy to just peel apart after that. See? I know I'm gonna use garlic in my lentil soup, I'm using garlic in my salad dressing, and I'm using garlic in my baked squash. In the soup, I'd say we're gonna use about that much garlic. And this is all to your taste. We like lots of garlic here. So I've got about 5 cloves of garlic ready. Smash these guys up. Easy to do once they're peeled. Give it a good chop right through here. Doesn't have to be pretty, it's all going in the lentil soup. Get it right in there. Take a couple of bay leaves. I'll just do 2. I'm going to get the carrots peeled and the celery. All right, so now we're just gonna peel these carrots. I know I'm gonna save one of my carrots to shred over my salad for later, so I'm gonna put that aside with the garlic. You can do anything. It depends if you like big chunks of carrots in your soup or little thin slices or whatever you want. Since the lentil soup is my main course, I think bigger pieces make it seem more hearty. So that's why I'm going with these big chunks. You can see there's all different sizes. We like to cut sloppy here. Now let's go ahead and add the celery. I'm really anal about dirt, so I gotta wash this really good. So I'm gonna just get these started. But make sure you peel them apart and get them really, really cleaned off. So now I have washed and cut the ends off of my celery, and I'm gonna cut them up for the soup. I like to cut the celery a little bit smaller because not everybody loves celery as much as carrot. Ready to get these dumped in here. What's next is the mushrooms. Now I saw on good old Paula Dane that you shouldn't use water to clean your mushrooms. We're gonna wash off our mushrooms with the paper towel. The reason that you wanna do this is because you don't want to get your mushrooms wet for some reason. They absorb a lot of the water. So I've wiped all of the dirt off of my mushrooms. I've cut some up for the salad and put them to the side. Now I'm gonna cut some chunky pieces up for the soup. We're just going to toss those right into the crock pot. That's why we love crock pots, because they're so easy. And you can just leave them on, do whatever you're going to do throughout your day. The last thing that I'm going to add to the lentil soup is just going to be a cayenne pepper that I grew in my garden. We like it a little spicy here. You can add jalapenos, serrano peppers, whatever you want, but I just happen to have some really good looking cayenne pepper here. Now some people like to take the seeds out because they say that it makes it less spicy. I can't really taste the difference personally, but that's it. Just cut that up really fine. And you just really want to let this soup sit in the crock pot for a minimum of, 2.5 hours. You can have it cooking for much longer than that, but a minimum of 2.5 hours. It gives the flavors a chance to really bleed into each other. That's it. So you want to give it a little stir. I'm going to add some olive oil, help it thicken a little bit. to dump a little bit of olive oil in here. All right. I'm going to put the top on here now. I'm going to put it on high and leave it on high for about 1.5 hours. See how it looks. Put it down to low for another hour before my guests get here. And then that's it. It'll be ready to eat. It's a really good soup and it's easy. You just saw me do the whole thing. And you can do it at home. You can add your own vegetables, take away whatever vegetables you don't like, put your own kick on it. And I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.